Empower these men to do what they came here to do. It's time to turn the yellow jackets loose.
Won't you follow me into the jungle? There ain't no God on my streets in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle? There ain't no God on these streets in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the
Yo, 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 yo.
Yep, episode 2, baby. Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, Paul Johnson. So what separates the spice that they got over there in Atlanta? The option offense, the flex. Can't fully prepare for the scheme. It's a rare design. Not many teams play it every week, so they don't get enough good reps against it. They're committed to the scheme. Paul Johnson has an answer for everything, man. It's slow. They kill you slowly.
But when people say that Paul Johnson's offense is the triple option, they're not really covering the bases, are they?
Well, not really. That's one play, and that's, we run that play, maybe 20% of the time or 15, depending on the game, sometimes less than that. But it would be just like calling an I formation and say that's the sprint draw offense or the lead draw or whatever. So, yeah, it's kind of, I guess, a misconnotation, if you will.
All right, now where did this start? Where did you come up with, this is the best way for my coaching staff or the way I like to play football, and if I'm ever a head coach, this is what I'm going to run? Where did it develop, I guess?
I think actually it goes back to a couple of things. When actually I was a defensive coach when I first started out at Georgia Southern, Coach Russell in the early 80s. And we always felt like the hardest offense to defend was the old wishbone offense with 2 wide receivers. And because you couldn't throw out of that offense as well, we wanted to get those guys up closer to the line. So I guess in 1984, Ben Griffith, who was the offensive coordinator at Georgia Southern, went and visited the Houston Gamblers with Mouse Davis, and they came back with a double slot run and shoot type deal. And they put a little bit of option with it, and they played that way for, 84, and Ben left. I was still coaching defense. And in 85, Coach Russell asked me to move over and take over the offense. So we did that, and we kind of got in it and started running more option, coupling it with the things and different schemes out of the option. And we've been doing it now for about 23, 24
Paul
years.
Johnson's been running this offense for a long time, so that's why he has an answer for everything. They're also very aggressive on 4th downs, so if they need 2 or 3 yards, that offense is really built for that. What really sets this offense apart with how they're running it right now is Justin Thomas, a.k.a. Paulie D, a.k.a. Woody Woodpecker. He finally has his quarterback that can make the throws and that is also fast. So when you move this offense from Georgia Southern or from a small school or a high school to the ACC, you would expect ACC athletes to be able to run it that much better. This offense is kind of like the equalizer. If you don't have talent, you can move the ball with this offense. You don't need much. I think that's the number one thing that makes this offense tough to stop, and what separates what Paul Johnson does from other coaches. He could take a team of players that don't have a team that doesn't have much, and he could still move the ball and win games. It's why a lot of high schools honestly run it. The base play that they run here, as you can see, is the triple option. They're reading 15 Mario Edwards on this play for the dive. He crashes down. They keep it. You have the back that came in motion crashing on the edge. And, there's really no one to read right here for the pitch, but the pitch man is still there. They have big receivers on the outside for back shoulder fades and for blocking, which is very, very key in this offense. And you got to look at it like this, man. Georgia Tech has been putting some receivers in the NFL. DeAndre Smelter, Waller, obviously Demarius Thomas. They all ate out of this offense because it creates one-on-one matchups on the outside. I think that's kind of the next level. of what you're starting to see from this offense is that you have a quarterback who can make the reads in the run game, who can make all the throws, and receivers who can actually beat one-on-one coverage. The combination of those things with this base offense makes it pretty much impossible to stop. They're outmanned probably all across the board against Florida State, and Florida State, as you can see, has no answer for this. Here's the triple option again. Here they're reading the guys crashing down. Actually, this is a play I want you to pay attention to. This is actually a fake because you see the corner crash down like he did in the first play that I showed. This is kind of like what we looked at Baylor yesterday, just making moves on the fly. And when the corner crashes, he has the ability to throw the ball to the receiver there. People play all kind of kamikaze shit against this offense, crashing corners. I even saw a corner Fuller out of Virginia Tech a few years ago playing in the A gap, trying to jump the dive every single play. A corner lined up over the center. It was crazy. But they have answers in the pass game if you do that. Answer for everything. Here's the triple again. The man crashes down, but he doesn't quite have the right angle. He kind of took a wide angle to the ball. That's Mario Edwards again. And they hand it off to the fullback. Jonathan Dwyer used to kill at the B-back position, just taking straight handoffs. And what a luxury to have to play against a team like Florida State with 7 pros in the front 7 and 2 defensive ends that are going second round and not have to block those guys. Huge advantage. A lot of people run the option game now. What separates Georgia Tech is it's under center. They can create any formation with these motions that they want. Here's kind of like it's kind of like a dual tight end twins with the running back up top as the extra tight end. They can still run the triple option out of this. You see the man up top is taking a very wide angle, so you don't have to block him, and there's nothing but space. It hits a lot quicker than the shotgun reads. The read option game that a lot of teams run out of gun. First of all, a lot of times it's not a true triple option. Second of all, it's not going to hit as quick. The give to the B back hits so quick that the defense has to crash very quickly to be able to stop that. Here we go again. This actually, the 15 Mario Edwards crashes, so you have the pitch man to read now, and you have that back coming in motion who can crack. They actually cut block a lot. The running backs, when they're in motion, they can cut block those guys a lot. The O-line is undersized. They cut block a lot. It's part of, you don't have to block guys for 5 seconds, so why not do it? The reads are so quick, it hits so quick, and it's frustrating to stop if the quarterback is making the right reads. As you can see, they actually are starting to get some better athletes at the running back position to make people miss, but with the tempo, as far as with the mesh, it's instant, right? Like the B-back coming upfield on the dive is just very, very hard to stop. That's what separates this, and they can create strength with the motion. As you can see here, they motion the back into the backfield. This becomes a veer. This looks like it's a veer where they're reading the tackle. He crashes, and so that's the first option. Now they're just with the normal lead third option of the triple. So you have the QB keep and you have the toss there available, and you see everybody's cut blocking, chopping people down. Some of their quarterbacks in the past might have got tackled on this play for 2 or 3 yards in the backfield. Justin Thomas, as you saw in the beginning, he was a sprinter in Alabama. He actually got offered by the University of Alabama to play a different position. Smart move to go to Georgia Tech and kind of be the face of the program right now and turning that thing around. Very good with his reads as well. Very hard to make these reads this quick. But the triple option is the base of what they do. They do a lot of other stuff. Here, as you see here, they can fake that triple option action, and the back that is normally kind of the lead cut man, they're running basically like a run and shoot concept here with the wheel. And if you're flying up in the run game, there's really no way you can keep up with the running back that's sprinting. If you watch the CFL, you have guys in motion pre-snap. It makes everything hit that much quicker. That's kind of what they do in the backfield here. They can create, like I said, any formation. It's got run and shoot principles. They can run big formations. They can run unbalanced. And they're fully able to pass out of all of these formations too. Willing to bet Paul Johnson's play sheet is written on an old crumbled up piece of notebook paper that he put together on Tuesday, and it's got about 10 plays on it. He doesn't need much, and that's a sign of a great offense. On this play here, I'm trying to look up, see who's at up top there, but this is kind of like that twin slot formation again. But this might be unbalanced. I'm trying to see who's up top. I think that might be another back. But they keep you on your toes all game. And I think what's frustrating about this offense is, as a defense, when you're getting cut block every single play and teams are taking 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, and no huddle. That no huddle shit that a lot of teams are running. They're not running it. Here you go. They motion the back into the backfield again from the wing, and this is a speed option look. You have a puller up top, and the back that came in motion is leading for the speed. And as you see, they're reading P.J. Williams here. He can't be right. There's too much space, and you have a lead blocker. That's what a lot of their perimeter runs have, lead blockers, and they're normally backs that are just cutting people, so they don't have to be the biggest back in the world. I think Georgia Tech, since Paul Johnson has been there, has consistently been in the top 5 or so in rush yards at least. Here you can go. It's the same look with the speed option with the puller, except they pull the ball back, and they've got the back up the seam, and that's too easy.
And on the
Here you
Georgia
go,
Tech
same
possession,
formation.
Justin Thomas,
The twins
he's
look
gonna swing it
with the
out
fake speed with
to
the speed
Charles
option
Perkins
motion, and they've
down
got
the
another pass
sideline.
concept
He
out of
goes
it. As a
79
defense, to
yards
keep up with
on
that
the
guy who's normally a
touchdown.
lead blocker
Yellow.
is very tough to do. Here you go. We have another triple option here with the lead, and the guy cutting P.J. Williams down again. So they really do not have to fully block too many defenders, and the blocks are quick. Here you go. Here, this is an answer to a lot of the stuff that defenses try to do, which is the rocket toss. This is kind of like a staple to what they do, to where that back coming in motion. Now he's not going to lead on the triple or be that triple pitch guy. He's actually going to get a toss with so much width, and you have a lead blocker once again. I mean, the width on that, when you start to condense the defense to stop the triple option, is tough. I mean, that's almost, it's very different from every other toss that you would see from most teams that try to get the ball on the perimeter. So I think the summary of this is they can go unbalanced, they can go slot, they can go spread. They can do a lot of different things with this offense, create any formation, and the answers to the triple option that they could literally run all game are the rocket toss, the veer, the play action. Here you go, they line the receiver up top tight, and look at the lead blocking that they have on this play on another rocket toss. So much width on that, and as you can see now, what you're noticing the difference, they have the backs that can actually make someone miss. Final play here. We're going to go traditional triple option on this again. I believe he comes in motion. Actually, that's a fake rocket toss, quarterback boot with a lead blocker. So they're just chess pieces, the backs in the backfield. Come back next week with TCU. Thanks for watching.